Okay, when it comes to being stuck in a negative kind of emotional situation where you feel like you have a lot of negative feelings, you have a lot of, uh, you feel certain ways and you're scared of how you feel because it's so dark and depressing and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to get out of it. What you need to understand, okay, is that your mind works in a similar way to your body, okay? In that, there's a general rule which applies to both, which is the more times you do a thing, the more this thing becomes easy for you to do, and the more it becomes your default behavior and default way of being. In other words, if you make it a habit to every day eat a certain type of food, okay, like which is not good for you, like junk food, eventually you'll get to the point where your body will start to crave this food and you'll start to want this food even though you know it's not good for you and even though you might not even actually want to eat it. There'll be days when you don't want to eat this food, but your body has a addiction to it, and so you'll start to crave it, and you might eat it even though you don't want to, and you know that you shouldn't, okay? Because your body has built up a habit of eating it, because you've been doing it over and over again. Now, the thing you need to understand is that your mind works in the same way, okay? In that your thoughts create the structure of your mind, okay? Just like how certain actions create the structure of your muscles, they define the structure and health of your organs, whether they're healthy or not. Your mind is structured, is created by thoughts, okay? And this is true physically and also metaphysically. It's true physically in that the structure of your brain, okay, is shaped by how you think. We know this in terms of the more you think a certain thing, the more neurons are formed, and these neurons, if you keep on firing them by thinking a certain thing, they become stronger until they become the sort of default go-to way of thinking. And it's like a physical thing. If you put your head under a under an MRI machine or wherever, you'll be able to see them. I don't know what the exact thing is used to look at neurons at, but if you use the right equipment, you'll be able to see the neurons actually in there. So now it's true metaphysically in terms of if you think a certain way, eventually, if you keep thinking this way, eventually you'll believe that this is true and things like this, okay? And then you start to live based on these beliefs. Okay, anyway, the point is that you must understand that the way you think will shape your mind and also how you feel, okay? And so you must, if you're feeling in this negative way and you feel stuck and it's making you think things which are terrifying and, thinking things which you may want to hurt yourself or something like that, what you must do is you must now begin to train your mind to think positively, okay? And if you're in this bad situation, it might feel weird to you. It's going to feel weird to you. It's going to feel not normal to you because your mind has been trained to think the negative way, okay? It's shaped in the negative way because you've been thinking in the negative for so long. So what you need to do, okay, is you need to stop the negative thoughts when they come up, okay? And you need to force yourself to think positively instead. You need to force yourself to think positively instead. Like you're a person who is starting to work out after letting their body go for a long time. It's gonna, in the beginning, be difficult. You might only be able to do a little bit of it because you're gonna feel tired, mentally tired. But over time, okay, if you continue to do this training, okay, if you continue every day to force yourself to think positively, eventually you will start to restructure the shape of your mind. Okay, you will start to restructure how you think. And eventually what will happen is your positive thoughts will become the default. Okay, that will be your normal go-to way of thinking, and the negative will feel weird, will feel strange to you. So you won't think negative, and you won't have to not think negative. It's just that your brain will not be used to thinking in that way anymore. Just like how someone, if they've been used to eating healthy all their life, for them eating junk food, they don't feel like they desire it, right? If they eat it, it makes them feel sick because they've not eaten it for a long time. So you can do the same thing, okay, to your brain, to your mind, okay? And when you do this, you will start to see immediate effects. Okay, it won't even take long for you to see the effects in terms of how you feel. You'll feel completely different in a good way. You'll feel completely better. And what I will say is that this is obviously difficult. Okay, it's not going to be easy to do, and it's not going to be something you can do just overnight. It's going to take time. Okay, depending obviously on how extreme your negative thoughts are, it's going to take more time, but you can do it. But what I will say is that if you're doing this and it feels like it's too much, you're feeling like you're getting exhausted and so on, then what you can do is instead you can practice deep breathing. Okay, and that will help you to take a break from thinking at all. Okay, just look into deep breathing or look into what they call mindfulness, or in a really simple way, just basically try to focus on your breathing and not focus on thinking about anything. Okay. And again, if it's very extreme, you can do something else, which is called observation, which is just you can watch the thoughts, not react to them, and just focus on your breathing instead. Now, finally, what I'll say is this is obviously transformational. It will help you if you do it. I know because I'm doing it myself, and I've done it, over the course of my difficult, troubled life. No, my life has been good. Life has been good, but I've had challenges, obviously. What I will say is that if you are seriously struggling, then you should speak to someone. You should get some help. And in all of my videos, there's always a link. I think it might be the first one or the second one, which I put, which is to like all the main, helpers, mental health, emotional health, trauma. Everything is in the link which I put. It's all free. You can text the people if you don't want to phone call them. You can text them instead. You can email them. So it's your responsibility to get help. This is the last thing that I'll say, and then I'll finish. Okay, which is that if these thoughts are making you feel bad, and they are making you feel bad in a way that's impacting your life seriously, in that it's making you less able to be a good person, less able to do good, it's making you want to be negative, it's making you want to hurt other people or hurt yourself. If they are making you feel this way, and if you are at this point, then it is your ethical responsibility to do something about it. Okay? Because hurting yourself, killing yourself, God forbid, is murder. Okay, it's not just a simple, little thing. It's murder. Okay, so you're committing the act of murder, which is one of the worst things you can ever do. Right? It's not a joke. And hurting someone else is also very bad, obviously. And also just not being as good as you could be in terms of your potential is also a waste. It's bad. And obviously you deserve to have a good life too, right? So if you know this, okay, and you can, and you know that not doing something, okay, and not doing something is gonna put you in this position. If you know that not doing something is gonna put you in this position, then it is your ethical responsibility to do something about it. Okay, just like if you know, for example, that if you keep smoking, you're gonna die from cancer. Like the doctor told you, if you keep smoking, you're gonna die soon. Okay, and you're gonna leave your family behind and all that. Now, smoking is not just a little thing that you can ignore. Now it becomes your ethical responsibility to do whatever you can to stop smoking. You see? So it's the same with this, okay? It's not a joke. So if you're in this serious situation, okay, and you're not able to, navigate and handle it with what I'm saying, then it is your ethical responsibility to find help. And you don't even need to look, because I'm going to put it in the description for you. It's in every video, and it's all free. It's all there for you to help. And people care about you. People want you to be alive. If you think about in the history of existence itself, the history of the universe, from the Big Bang till now, there has never been another you. Okay? There's never been another you. There will never be another you. Okay? Gold is replaceable. Diamonds are replaceable. Okay, but you are not replaceable. You see? So you must not take yourself lightly in terms of your value. The universe spent 3-4 billion years in terms of the earth itself. Maybe, I don't know, 12, 13 billion years before that, working hard to manifest you here. Okay, that's not a small thing. you're here for a reason. You matter and you're valuable. So make sure that you remember that and you act accordingly. Okay, you get help if you need it, and you make yourself into a good person. Okay, God bless.